Now at 6, issues from a septic system tied to Tyson Foods show up at the house of a Knoll, Missouri resident. Plus, lawmakers in Kansas reject the governor's latest bid for Medicaid expansion. And KOAM's Anthony Saviello has some gift ideas for those last-minute shoppers.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A Knoll resident is battling Tyson Foods regarding the septic system in her house. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Tanya Bach. According to Sarah Kelly, she had her front yard and her house's foundation flooded with human waste, toilet paper, and a blue metallic liquid, all coming from Tyson's septic cleanout. She also says her cabinets have a bad smell for that same reason. Kelly says she's concerned about her family's health.
I have a 5-year-old. And they all ran underneath my foundation, all underneath my house. So I don't know what the future foresees for, her health. As a parent, things like that going into your home and into your yard, I didn't put it there.
I feel pretty sure that the problem is actually within the house itself.
The wastewater operations in the area where Kelly lives is currently operated by Tyson. Tyson says the company is currently working with local and state officials to transition the wastewater operations from the former Tyson Foods Knoll facility to the city of Knoll. According to the company, this process is funded by Tyson Foods and will be completed in early 2024. We also sent questions to Tyson regarding Sarah Kelly's house, but they still have not answered those questions. Republican lawmakers in Kansas reject Governor Laura Kelly's latest proposal for Medicaid expansion. Governor Kelly's proposal would have allowed around 150,000 low-income Kansans to qualify for Medicaid. As part of her concessions, Kelly's plan included a work requirement to receive benefits. Republican House Speaker Dan Hawkins questioned whether federal regulators would allow a work requirement to stand. The Neosho Schools Board of Education fills a leadership position. Jim Davis accepts the position as the new Neosho School District Superintendent. Davis brings 27 years of experience to the position. He previously served as superintendent of the Student Choice High School District in Phoenix and assistant superintendent for K-12 academic services in the Rogers, Arkansas public school system. Davis will replace the outgoing Dr. Jim Cummings, who is resigning. Davis will officially begin July 1st, 2024. Well, Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joining us with a first look at weather.
Yeah, and we've had the on and off showers kind of sticking around throughout the daytime hours, and that's still what we have out there right now. Joplin 47, it's cooled down. It's 46 in Pittsburgh. It's going to mainly stay in the low to mid 40s. So we're not going to drop off too much more than where we are at this point in time. Look at the light showers continuing to work through. A little bit drier once you get into our western counties. But look at the spin right about Topeka, so you can see the comma shape of this area of low pressure. And as we zoom in, where you see the yellows, that's where the rain is a little bit heavier, a little bit more persistent. Through the evening, on and off showers stick around for us tonight. We slide back through the 40s and kind of hold into the low to mid 40s. What about the weekend? We're going to be looking at that all coming up here in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. Habitat for Humanity in Joplin receives a grant to help them continue to build the future. Today, the U.S. Bank Foundation donated a check for $10,000 to the nonprofit. The grant will go towards the Habitat House construction program, where low-income families who qualify work to build their home. The home is sold at no profit and a 0% interest rate. In Jasper County, the Joplin Area Habitat for Humanity has built 186 homes. Well, it takes a lot of volunteers and a lot of hard work to pull off our annual Toy Box campaign every year. While we wrapped up the toy collecting part of the campaign earlier this week, the toy delivery part is getting underway. Today, volunteers hit 3 different locations to pick up toys and drop them off with one of our partners, the Salvation Army, to help with distribution. Carl Junction Junior High students helped promote Toy Box during Spirit Week and also made a trailer for a movie. Their goal was to collect 250 toys, but the kids beat that goal with 252 toys.
It felt really good because I know that a lot of the children in need, they're going to really enjoy having like things to open on Christmas and like toys to have that are brand new. And I think like they're going to be really happy.
I felt really happy about it because like I love seeing kids happy, and like I feel like if they're happy on Christmas, it makes everyone else feel good about themselves.
And because the kids from CJ Junior High surpassed their goal, they got to celebrate by watching the movie Home Alone. All right. Well, if you have someone in your life that may be difficult to shop for, KOAM's Anthony Saviello has some gift ideas that could help you out this year.
We all have that one person in our lives that has everything. Supposedly. I asked Gracie with Jock's Niche how she would react to a customer shopping for someone who has everything.
Does he really? Because we have lots. My favorites are our big puffy jackets up there, and we have lots of little accessories that are very unique. So I would point them in that direction over there.
So I put Gracie's skills to the test. Do you think that you could deck me out in some Chiefs memorabilia, make me look like a true sports fan?
I think that I can.
Should we try it?
Yes, let's go.
Okay. So we found some gear and some shoes to match. Then I harnessed my inner model.
Oh, that looks good.
Just a sweatshirt. It's a nice
I like it.
I support her.
I think we did a good job.
Chiefs. But not everyone is a sports fan. If you're like me, you may have a bookworm or two in your life. Used bookstores are a must. Or maybe you have a more eccentric person in your life.
Gosh, this store was created for that person that's hard to buy for. I mean, this store is filled with super unique items, super curated, vintage, but this is the type of place that there's just one of everything. So if you're looking for something that's super unique for that very unique family member that has everything, we're definitely worth at least coming in and taking a quick stroll.
A reliable Saviello tradition that's happened in the past few years. It's a pretty simple gift-giving idea. Just find a photo on your phone that you've taken this past year, get it printed and framed, because what better to give someone this Christmas than more of you? I think we can all agree that Christmas shopping is a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. But hopefully some of the things that I've shown you have given you some inspiration. But if not, well, a gift card always works. Reporting in Pittsburgh, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
Well, if you are last minute shopping, it's important to note that many businesses who do custom work are reaching the cutoff for Christmas. Well, later in sports, the Grizzlies do battle with the Vikings on the hardwoods of Parsons, Kansas. John has a preview of tonight's matchup in just a few minutes. But next, a senior care center in Arkansas plays Santa Claus. Senior care provider Home Instead puts a caring new twist on Christmas. Its Be a Santa to a Senior program provides gifts for Arkansas seniors, and their wish list might be a little different. Jose Carranza has the story.
The season of giving brings joy to those young and old.
I came here to drop off a package for Home Instead.
Just ask Randy Lamp and the memories he holds.
I've known a number of people that have a need of this kind of service. And so it's something that's close to our hearts.
Hundreds of seniors have their Christmas list placed on Home Instead's trees to help with life's twist.
They lose a lot of their family members and don't have a lot of family anymore, or their friends have passed away. And so that care professional that's in the home with them becomes that best friend in that family that they no longer have.
Their list to Santa asking for not a lot, a blanket, some socks, or even a kettle pot.
A lot of them are things more of a need in the home than a want.
A pandemic pause changed how the gifts sent, but they're once again joyful to see their friends.
It is overwhelming and just heartwarming. I have to say, when me and my husband and my kiddos delivered the gifts to the homes of the seniors, I think all of us cried at a few of the houses.
This Christmas, the in-home care company is inviting everyone to give and remember life values. After all, the gift of giving is not always wrapped in a bow, for when their gifts are given, it'll be you who receives when their smiles glow.
I know what it's like to receive when times are tough and I'm in need. And it's really a gift to me to be able to help someone else.
Well, the Home Instead Care Center in Joplin just wrapped up its Be a Santa to a Senior program this year. It delivered more than 200 gifts to seniors this Christmas. That's awesome. A little later, the Cassville boys head to the Cardinal Dome in Webb City for some Friday night basketball. John has a preview coming up in sports.
Plus, we have rain sticking around tonight into the weekend. Those details coming up next. Well, of course, it's wet outside. It's going to stay wet as we go through the overnight hours. So if you are going to be on the roads, make sure you are careful. Of course, it can get a little bit slippery, and the deer are moving as well. But we're looking at our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex Tower Cam. This is, of course, downtown Joplin. So we are looking off toward the north and to the east. But you can see those wet roads, and that's what we're going to see as we go through the overnight hours tonight. All right, rainfall so far, the heaviest has really been Yates Center, Fredonia, Independence, Points West. Everybody else has mainly been under 1/4 of an inch, but we're going to get a little bit of additional rain as we go through the overnight hours tonight, and then again as we go into the daytime hours tomorrow. Still light showers, southeastern Kansas, northeastern parts of Oklahoma, pushing into southwestern Missouri. Our western counties have dried out just a little bit over the past hour or two. But where you see the yellows, that's where the rain is a little bit heavier. Let's go into Pittsburgh, Joplin. You can see a little band along the state line, Neosho, Carthage, just some light drizzle, and then it picks up again once you get down toward Miami. But once you get out toward Iola and Chanute, just drizzle, and then it's more persistent rain. Everybody else all the way down to Grand Lake, Pineville, Bentonville, and Neosho. And we're going to see that tonight. Periods of showers continuing to work through. Look at the comma shape. That is the classic low pressure system look to a storm system. We do have another little wave right up across the Dakotas that will follow this one in. And that will also bring in some cooler air, especially early next week, and also a few more showers as we go into the weekend. So rain chances stick around. Scattered showers tonight. Finally, we'll start to taper off and out of here by the time we head into the morning hours tomorrow. So let's work through time. Here's 10 p.m. Hit and miss light showers across the region, mainly switching over to drizzle after midnight. So here's 2 o'clock in the morning, just light little drizzle, and then a few random leftover showers in the morning, then just clouds most of the morning. Temperatures cool, sitting into the 40s. As we get into the afternoon, little back wave is going to rotate through, so that will give us a few more showers on the Missouri side. Then they're gone tomorrow evening. We clear out tomorrow night. Colder, we drop down near 30 for an overnight low. So additional rain is not going to be that heavy. In fact, our western counties, not much, if anything at all. And then once you get into Missouri, Arkansas, maybe 2/10 of an inch, 3/10 of an inch in spots. It's chilly out there right now. We're sitting into the mid 40s. Let's go out to 7th and Range Line. Currently sitting at 47. Southerly winds are light, visibility reduced. Through the weekend, 47 tomorrow, 45. Sunshine returns on Sunday. It's going to be a cold night on Sunday morning. But let's go down the road. Next week, we're preparing for Christmas. Rain chances rotate back in. This is going to be late Thursday into Friday. And then as we get into the weekend, of course, Christmas Eve is Sunday. Look at this big storm system that's heading in our direction. Mainly looks just wet at this point in time. 47 tomorrow, 55 Sunday, 45 cooler on Monday, 50 on Tuesday. Nice temperatures next week, but rain chances increase once again.
All right, well, got to look out for those rain chances. We
Yeah.
need the rain, though.
We do
still
need the
it.
rain.
It'd be fun to have a white Christmas, but
We had one last year. So
last year's not this year, Doug.
I know.
All right, thanks, Doug. Still ahead, Parsons and Labette County renew their rivalry on the basketball courts. And the Royals make a couple of flashy free agent signings. John Dales has those stories and more up next.
Parsons and Labette County don't like each other. It's as simple as that. The Vikings and Grizzlies are rivals, no matter the sport they're playing. And tonight, the rivalry renewed on the hardwood as the Parsons boys and girls basketball teams host the Grizzlies. The Vikings boys team 1-4, while the Grizzlies are winless. Now, Parsons' lone win came over the top-ranked team in Class 3A, that's Wichita Collegiate. The girls' teams have fared a little better thus far into the year. Parsons sits at 3-2. Labette County is 4-1. We'll have highlights from both of these contests tonight at 10. In Missouri, Cassville boys basketball travels to the Cardinal Dome to face Webb City tonight. Cards began the season 3-0, but have lost 2 in a row against Carthage and Rogers entering tonight. The Wildcats are winners of 3 of their last 4. Highlights from this one as well tonight at 10. Over to Major League Baseball. We are 3.5 months away from opening day. The Royals had bad luck in the 2024 draft lottery, but have given fans a lot to be excited about in the past week.
If it's got that
That's
depth
due to a number of free agent signings. Most recently, 2 big ones just announced today. MLB.com announcing Kansas City signing right-handed pitcher Michael Wacha to a 1-year, $16 million contract with the player option for a second year, as well as outfielder Hunter Renfroe agreeing to a 1-year, $5.5 million deal with a player option for his second year as well. Now this makes it 5 players that Kansas City has added to its roster, its Major League roster, in the last week alone. Here's a look at those 5 players. On Monday, KC finalizing a deal to bring on left-handed pitcher Will Smith, who's won each of the last 3 World Series with the Braves, Astros, and Rangers respectively. So that brings some good mojo to KC. They get a couple more veteran pitchers with Chris Stratton, also from Texas, and Seth Lugo, then leading to the Wacha and Renfroe news today. Over to the NFL. If you watched Thursday Night Football between the Chargers and Raiders yesterday evening, this probably comes as no surprise, but Los Angeles announcing some major changes in its team leadership today. The Chargers have fired head coach Brandon Staley and general manager Tom Telesco. This coming after a 63-21 beatdown at the hands of Las Vegas last night, who has already fired its head coach earlier in the season. The Chargers are 5-9, last place in the AFC West. Staley finishes his tenure with the Chargers having a 24-24 record. He went to the playoffs one time. That was last season, where they blew a 27-point lead to the Jaguars to get eliminated. Telesco had been the GM since 2013, and the organization had 3 different head coaches under his regime. That's a look at sports. We're back right after this.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We'll have more on the septic line issues facing a Knoll, Missouri woman following the closure of the Tyson plant there. Plus, a Major League Baseball player and a former All-Star stopped by Pittsburgh to host a clinic for kids. And winter comes with a set of its own allergy concerns. We'll have tips on how you can better protect yourselves. Those stories and a lot more tonight on the KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Final weather notes?
Yeah, it's going to be wet out there if you're going to be out this evening, and then still some morning showers and a few more popping up tomorrow afternoon. So kind of a gloomy start to the weekend. Sunshine returns on Sunday, cooling down on Monday, but we needed the rain, got more rain in the forecast, which is good.
All right, sounds good. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you right back here at 10. Have a great evening and an even better weekend.